Now, if you're a doctor, what would it be like to see half the patients earn more, not deal with insurance, bureaucracy, get paid faster, and practice medicine that actually works? Sound too good to be true? Well, you're about to meet #1 best-selling author J.R. Burgess, who is the CEO and partner of Rejuve Medical and MedFit. He and his partner built a system that has served over 10,000 patients and has been replicated in 44 clinics worldwide profitably. And he's here to show you how you can do the same. JR is going to share a unique approach to completely change the face of healthcare. They created a cutting-edge clinic that is restoring health in their patients by using the body's ability to heal itself to eliminate pain and reverse chronic disease, including diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, and body degeneration, while optimizing their patients' health, resulting in more zest and vitality. All right, thanks for being here, JR. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into the business?
It's my honor, Mike. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on today. I was a personal trainer going through grad school, and I was also a college athlete, and I was suffering from chronic Achilles tendonitis and major knee pain. And sports, rugby and baseball were my life at that point, my outlet. So I wasn't quite ready to give it up, but one of my clients that I was working with at the gym had a torn rotator cuff, and he is diabetic and didn't want to have surgery. So he said, you should go see this Dr. Baumgartner. He's done prolotherapy and PRP on my shoulder, and I avoided surgery. So I'd already tried cortisone, PT, already had 5 knee surgeries at that point, so I would have done anything at that point.
Yeah.
So I went and saw Dr. Baumgartner, and he told me PRP would be a great option for me. And he said it's because I exercised and ate well already that I'd probably have a good outcome. But he also wanted to draw my blood labs because he thought that if my cell health was in perfect condition, that I'd have a much better healing outcome. And he was family practice in sports medicine. So he mentioned to me that if, with this family practice side, if a patient had diabetes and we didn't address the lifestyle and get them exercising and eating right, he was just covering it up. If they had chronic degeneration in their back, if he just gave an injection, he was just covering it up if they didn't get them functional or moving the right way. So he said, you know, do you think you'd be willing and interested to join me? Because I only get 20 to 45 minutes with my patients versus I know you are results focused and really believe in exercise and eating the right way, that you could spend the time with the patients to really get them the best results that I want for my patients. So that's where it all began. And we started integrating the patients and getting amazing results when they'd come in, and we'd integrate to the clinic, get those labs optimized. So we were getting a lot of referrals, but all of our external marketing wasn't working that great. So he sent me out to California to work with high-level marketing and fitness professionals to truly learn how to attract patients. And we grew from 1,000 square feet to 3,000 to 6,000. And we started designing a state-of-the-art 28,000 square foot integrated center that would bring it all together because we had to operate in different locations. And we continued to grow and have great success. So we said, there's a gap in healthcare that if we can do this in our market, that we got to share this model with the world. So we created the company called MedFit and have now helped over 44 clinics worldwide implement this model with great success.
Wow. And I know one of the things that you're going to be doing is giving everyone who's watching a copy of your book for free. And we'll talk more about that.
Absolutely.
But let's talk a little bit about when you found and realized that you had something special going on here.
Yeah, I had a patient that had seen an ad in the newspaper, one of the few that were working in the newspaper, about medically supervised weight loss. So she came into our practice and she was on 17 different medications, had over 6 joint replacements, and I just didn't feel equipped to handle her. So I referred her over to Dr. Baumgartner right away, and he started PRP on her, doing some nerve injections to eliminate her day-to-day pain, and then referred her to PT. So the PT started working on some of her injuries and then gave me movement-based exercises to work with her. And then Christina, our other trainer that I hired at that time, was really focusing on the nutrition and working on those movements. And after about 3 months, she was down 50 pounds. And instead of despair and not being able to do the things that she loved, she had found her new zest and excitement for life again. And being a prominent member in the community, she referred over 50 patients to us over the years and became a raving fan and a walking billboard for us. And truly, that's what we're seeing in the other communities and practices that we're doing. Is this is a referral-based business because consumers aren't used to models that are just results-driven like this. So it's been pretty crazy.
That's awesome. And what I know something that you have and you talk about is medical integrated fitness. So
absolutely.
What's the bridge here? How does that work?
So for instance, a patient, Doug, so he was a diabetic patient that came to us on metformin, and he had tried numerous weight loss attempts before. So we got him exercising and eating the right way, but he was stressed from his executive position, was not sleeping well. So we integrated him in the clinic, looked at those blood labs. He had failed numerous diets before because every time he tried diet, he was starving. So we do metabolic testing. So instead of putting people at starvation calories, we got him on the right exercise prescription, the right amount of food to where he didn't feel like he was starving, and exercises that he actually enjoyed. So after 3 months, he was completely off all of his medications with the supervision, that he was feeling satisfied, hungry, and doing workouts that he loves. And 7 years later, he's still working out there today. Another example is Jen, which is one of our most recent clients, and such an exciting story is she came on a fast track to heart disease, on high blood pressure medications, high cholesterol, was 100 pounds overweight, was a smoker. So she joined our program, and we did heart rate variability testing with her to make sure we could progress her at the right heart rate. So we got her moving, got her doing exercises, found a community and a support group because she had low self-image at the time, was down 75 pounds, and then got pregnant in the process, which was a huge goal of hers. So she had a 100-pound weight loss goal, but she had her baby, and then she came back around December this year, and we heard a big scream in the clinic about 3 weeks ago, and she had finally hit her 100-pound weight loss goal. And we were like, what's going on? And came in there, and she was so fired up. And it wasn't just about the 100-pound weight loss goal. We do what they call bioscores. So we look at people's external and internal factors. And externally, she smoked, she had a waist to hip ratio that wasn't right. Internally, we look at blood pressure, cholesterol, HDLs, LDLs, insulin. So she had an internal score of 55. After losing the 100 pounds, she went to a 95. So that is not what we're worried about, is just the scale weight. We're worried about reducing the risk of stroke, heart attack, and disease, and we pretty much eliminated all of that through this process. And those are the life-changing results that are truly what we're seeking for in this model, is restoring health worldwide.
Right, and that by itself it's basic, but it's super novel at the same time, the fact that you are integrating so successfully.
Yeah, it's a novel concept, but medicine and fitness remain segregated. So you'll see hospital wellness centers. They just don't operate or communicate together, or physicians don't know how to engage it or attract patients in cash-based medicine. They think, oh, they just can't afford it, or that's not my population, or they won't work out, or they're not motivated. Versus it is attracting the right members. And we see a lot of physicians that are truly frustrated. They see hundreds of patients a week, and they're not even having the time. They spend more time in their EHR than having the opportunity to counsel and provide the guidance and advice they need, only to see their reimbursements continue to decline and be cut. But there are solutions, and we are living proofs of it. We've seen the possibility. We've made 100 mistakes along the way, and we are trying to create and duplicate a system that is necessary for our healthcare sustainability and needed for our loved ones and our future generations if we're truly going to make a difference in healthcare.
Right, and I think what I've learned about you, and full disclosure, I became a patient recently, and I've watched what you've been doing with the business. It's one of the reasons I'm so excited about it, the fact that you can actually replicate and bring this to other doctors who are frustrated with the circumstances they're in. So let's talk a little bit about your book that you're giving away and what that's going to help doctors do who want to participate, maybe learn more about how you are changing the way healthcare is done today.
The goal is to restore health worldwide. And we know exercise and nutrition is medicine. And it's the only way we're going to get to the root cause of chronic diseases. 90% of chronic disease is preventable. It's the book on how to reverse chronic disease and body degeneration while building their bottom line without them in the patient room. Just like Dr. Baumgartner, he didn't have time. So there's all these integrated professionals that can help and support getting people the best outcomes. And it doesn't have to be done alone and with their times. And if we're truly going to fix healthcare, this is the only solution. It's not going to be the government. It's not going to be the pharmaceutical industry. It's not going to be the insurance payers. It's physicians that are going to take the opportunity, that are the visionaries, that see that medicine can be done better, more cost effective. And we're just so excited and passionate about making this model really successful.
Yeah, well, you're doing it. That's the best thing. You're already in the weeds. You're doing it with real people. So, well, let's talk briefly. You can head on over right now to mymedfit.com. You can grab a copy of JR's best-selling book for free. You can learn more about what he is doing and how you can introduce this into your practice as well. So I want to thank you. This has been absolutely fantastic, JR. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Mike.
All right, so go ahead, grab that book right now. Again, head on over to mymedfit.com.